A lot of people have been saying that current Salt Lake feels like old New York, and I think there's two primary reasons for this. The first one being that the women of Salt Lake take themselves so seriously. Women of early New York took themselves seriously in the context of the show. Like, they understood what the show was from a business perspective, they understood what the show was for their social currency. But the women of Salt Lake really land as taking themselves seriously, like, period, throughout their lives. And I think that's why a lot of them are so unintentionally funny. Group is not just funny because they're like doing bits and dressing up and like really committed to the show. Their individual moments are also really funny. The other thing these shows have in common is that the women are very quick to forgive and move forward and like try to mend friendships. I think on New York, they were genuinely building friendships. A lot of these women were genuinely friends outside of the show. Now, I think on Salt Lake, we have less of those strong ties. We certainly have real friendships, but I don't think they're as strong. However, Salt Lake is a cast that is very upfront with us when they have money problems. Like Whitney, for example, will tell us to our face that she is having financial struggles. I don't think that's a dig at all. I've said this before on a couple of our biography videos. I think that when the audience is aware that a woman needs the show as a job, there's a different level of like performance and theatrics. I just think the cast of Salt Lake, compared to other casts that we have right now, is constantly bringing in new problems, like moving on with their stories. I think that's because this new generation of housewives, like the cast of Salt Lake in particular, is very aware of having to put on a show. Salt Lake is also a cast that like loves bloggers. They love to talk about the media. They're really committed to how people receive them. And I think that bleeds into the larger picture being they are all individually aware that they need to put on a show.